Hello, welcome to the channel. It's me, Chris Brooks. Hope you're all doing well. There's an article, and this article is in the Eastern Daily Press, EDP to some, and it's Weasenham Whinger refuses to be silenced by complaint policy. Now, this is a gentleman called David Fairchild, and he has been banned from contacting the Weasenham Parish Councillors because, well, they don't like him up, do they? So let's have a look at this article. The article is written by Eleanor Story, and she is a local democracy reporter. A man who was dubbed the Weasenham Whinger after his constant sniping led an entire parish council to resign. He said he will not be silenced by the new vexatious complaint policy. Now, this vexatious word is going around quite a lot in the councils from lots of different. I know Bob Says has had it. I know a lady I talked to on WhatsApp has been called Vexatious. So it seems to be yet another agenda where they're all these councils are singing from the same hymn sheet. But here we go. David Fairchild earned the nickname after taking on the council in his village of Weasenham, near Fakenham, which is Norfolk, I believe, over the issues of their accounts and lodging dozens of objections. The 72-year-old says that his persistent campaign has now led to the parish council to introduce a vexatious complaints policy in an effort to censor him. The authority has already taken steps against him under the new measures, declaring him vexatious over his incessant communications and diverting his emails to councillors to their junk folders. Well, I'm sorry, but this is totally unacceptable. They're there because we put them there, and they're supposed to work on our behalf for us. So there's no democracy in shutting up somebody who they don't agree with. So that's the first thing. The new procedure allows the council to limit communication with any parishioner who it considers to use abusive language, to send too many emails or voicemails, or question the integrity of the councillors or the clerk. So they don't want any accountability at all. Well, they can go themselves, can't they, really? Is my personal opinion. I'm so glad I'm not a part of this circus anymore. Mr. Fairchild said, "It is 4 pages of trollop. This is solely geared against me because I am still in contact with them. It is a shield to protect them from criticism. They don't like it. This policy is going to be weaponised against me." Mr. Fairchild, a former army paymaster, so not just some toss-watching Jeremy Carl. Mr. Fairchild, a former paymaster, was a councillor himself before stepping down over a disagreement. Welcome to the club, mate. He has since continued to scrutinise the handling of the council's accounts, tax payments and its management. The entire parish council resigned in 2022 after dozens of his complaints were upheld, forcing Breckland Council to parachute in 3 new members. The trio have now introduced the new measures to protect themselves from unacceptable behaviour by complaints. This includes the correspondence which features personal attacks, seeking unrealistic outcomes, or makes frequent requests for information. Sorry, but how dare you? That's absolutely ridiculous. That should tell you all you need to know about these monkeys who run these councils, because what a bunch of C-nuts. Work that one out for yourself. When these guidelines are judged as being breached, the parish council can decide to limit communication with the complainant. Complainant being a word used in jurisdiction, pretty much making you really low on the list of importance. Mr. Fairchild is understood to be the first and only person to have this sanction imposed. He added, "I'm getting old, I'm past it now, but I'm not going to let this deter me." Mr. Fairchild's persistent gripes and his nickname were first highlighted by the newspaper last year. The coverage saw him and his complaints featured in the national newspapers, with interviews in the Times and the Daily Mail. Over the years he has paid particular attention to the council's accounts, but his recent criticisms have focused on the clerk, Gail Robinson. Gail Robinson, give your head a wobble, give it a shake, and maybe slap yourself stupid for a few times. Just try and knock some sense in to your head to realise why you're there and who you're there for. That's my personal opinion on that. He has accused her of delegating jobs to councillors, such as writing reports and uploading these onto the council website, which he believes she should have done herself. He has also been at loggerheads with the chairman, Marty Romanovsky. I'm sorry if I've mispronounced that, but it sounds like you're a bit of a dick anyway, so I'm not really that sorry. Who he accused of running a dictatorial leadership. Weasenham Parish Council has denied these claims. Of course you would. Mr. Fairchild was previously vindicated by an auditor in 2022 after 27 of some of his 31 of his objections were upheld. The matters included incorrect invoicing, payments being made without supporting documentation, and decisions being approved by round-robin emails rather than in formal meetings. They class it as abusive if I say they can't do their jobs, he said. Mr. Fairchild recently applied to become a member of the council, but was told that his interpersonal skills were a cause for concern. Oh dear. Do you see what kind of world we're living in now, where to have an opinion, to try and make people see where they're going wrong, and to try and hold people to account how you're an arsehole? This is welcome to 2024. Weasingham's Parish Council Vexatious Complaints policy was agreed for the implementation at a meeting on March 19th, where Mr. Fairchild attended. It reads, "We welcome back feedback, suggestions and constructive criticism from all parishioners, but not if it's written in a style which most people would find offensive, abusive, insulting or threatening. We will not tolerate any behaviour, written or otherwise, that causes undue stress for the councillors or the clerk and presents a threat to their mental well-being." Well, we kind of saw, or we have seen this with Thetford Town Council as well. You know, they're happy to declare climate crisis emergencies with absolutely zero documentation to back up their claims, and when they are questioned over it, then half the time they run and hide and just abandon the meeting, and other times the pure look on their face of disgust and we don't give a shit. One of the councillors on Thetford Town Council, he was handed some photos and some documents, and he just threw them on the floor. This is the kind of calibre of people that we have to deal with, and it's about time that these kind of people went on the high jump, because who are they working for? Because it isn't the people. You know, they might pretend it's the people, but it ain't the people. Mr. Fairchild has been issued with a ruling from the council that he is now deemed vexatious. As a result, his emails will be sent directly to the councillors' junk folders, and his ability to communicate with the council will be limited. So, what does the council say? Weasenham Parish Council stressed that Mr. Fairchild is still allowed to attend meetings and may submit requests via a dedicated email address, provided they are of benefit and value. Well, we could flip that to the council, because I don't really see what they're doing for benefit or value. In fact, they seem to be spunking up more money than the bloke in Debbie Does Dallas. A spokesperson says, "We have 3 people trying to do the work of 7. The councillors give many hours of their own time every week in an attempt to improve a lot of the parishioners." Now, they do, I know a lot of the town council do give their time freely, because most of them aren't paid at that level. Town and parish, it is voluntary. Although you can't really, it's not even voluntary really, because they're still liable. So but it's free. Their time is given free. But if you take Thetford, there's at least 4 or 6 town councillors who are also on the higher tiers, so they are paid. This is made more difficult by having less than half the number of councillors that we should have, and even more so by having to spend so much time responding to Mr. Fairchild's incessant communications. The councillors are very happy to accept constructive criticism. They are on the steep learning curve. This policy was drafted in order to deal with Mr. Fairchild's behaviour and to prevent him from freely and directly contacting and insulting the clerk. Right, well, he probably hasn't really insulted the clerk at all. He's probably just told them a few home truths and they don't like it off him. Would you agree with that? That's what I reckon. And I won't drink that yet. So let me know what you think in the comments. And Mr. Fairchild, if you're watching this, or you know Mr. Fairchild, I'd love to have him on the podcast so we could discuss this, because that would make a great conversation. I know the Eastern Daily Press or anyone like that won't give me his contact details, so if anyone knows him, or if you're watching this yourself, Mr. Fairchild, please do get in touch with me at lspproductions123@gmail.com. But for now, I wish you all a good day. It's going to be quite a warm day today, I believe, so enjoy it if you can, and until next time, I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.